Oh boy, if you can't tell how hot it is, just look at my hair.
It's yeah, same. It's hot.
So big right now.
It is just, I did a lot of management on mine to get it to be this way. So
we're coming to you live from making Delusion.
My man.
Her man.
He is my man. I really hope the 6 Avatar book has him as a lead, or I might sub.
I hope so for your sake.
Because I'm gonna lose my mind.
I know. I hope so for your
Everyone else is gonna come over to my side. They're gonna see how great he is. They're gonna know.
I'm already there.
I know, but other people don't. They don't like him, and I do.
Well, you know,
it's more for me.
Not everyone can be smart. So.
Not everyone can be smart and like a redhead. Come on now. I literally sent her a TikTok, and there was this thing where it was like, I hate when everyone says, what was it, like, but I like a redhead, or like,
oh yeah, I'm weirdly attracted to redheads.
Yeah, he's like, why is it weird? I'm like, it's not. I love a redhead.
It's not weird.
Never could be me.
No, I agree also that it's not weird.
Mm-hmm.
Just gonna move Jeannie's cot out of the way. All right. Hello.
Welcome to Book Witches with a B.
I'm Orja.
And I'm Callie.
And we are talking about Quicksilver, chapters 7 through 10, 7 through 9 today.
7 to 9, yes.
I can count.
It's fine.
I literally can never count, but it's okay.
I can't either, so not our job at all.
Hair today brought to you by Colleen, actually.
Yes, I do little space buns.
How cute is it?
This was me in college. Every day. Not every day, but frequently.
It's so good. I'm going to start doing my hair like this all the time.
Thank you.
Now.
It's super cute. It's easy to do, too.
Yeah. And earlier I was wearing like a white sundress, and I swear I looked like the Corpse Bride.
She really did. It was super funny. She looked adorable, but she did. Yes.
It was great.
Yeah.
So lots happens in these 3 chapters.
Oh boy.
I don't think we're ready.
This is a spoiler, but it doesn't matter. We finally get to meet Death and learn his name.
We do.
Oh.
I have thoughts that maybe aren't great.
Oh, do you not like him?
I don't like him.
Even after the next, we were going to record 2, and we're only doing 1. Even after the next section? Oh.
Yes.
Oh, okay. But
I think that I'm in the minority there.
Well, he's very Rowan coded.
Yeah, which I like Rowan, but he's not my favorite.
See, I didn't like Rowan in the beginning. I also have read this and kind of know what's coming enough, so it probably helps.
So it's going to be some live video discussion, and I think the internet might hate me a little, but that's okay.
That's okay. No, he's considered a mixed reaction.
Yay.
Lead interest, I think. He's not supposed to be like Lovey. Oh.
Who's ready for chapter recap?
Recap, woo! Okay.
All right, chapter 7, the dog. Bear with me here, folks, because it was really hard to summarize this. Mm-hmm. Okay. As they make their way to the throne room, Everlane tells Cerys about the Corcoran, the gods. Cerys admits that in Zilverin they don't know the names of the gods anymore, and the temples are all gone, eaten away by the desert. And Madra is the closest thing to a god in Zilverin. And then she kind of describes like kind of the superstitious nature of everything. Like they carry her hair in pouches and weird stuff. Mm-hmm. Everlane mentions Bal Mithin, twins who are often considered one god. Their names, Bal and Mithin, are similar to Balea and Min, the twins, aka the sons, in Zilverin. And Cerys also notes that the images of them, their faces on like the stone statues that they're passing, look similar to the faces that she saw in the Hall of Mirrors, but she's too distracted to like go down that way. As they continue, Cerys takes in the palace. It is vast, made out of a rare pale labradorite, and gorgeous. And she's also very cold. Still. They pass by Zareth, a god of chaos and change. Something tells me we will get more about him. It's just a feeling.
Likely.
Excited about him. Though she should be scared, curiosity wins out as she observes the Fae around her. They all look different from each other, with different hair color, skin color, eye color, different builds. There's some that are short and squat. There's others that are willowy and tall. We find out that the palace is actually kept warm magically, and Everlane is mystified as to why Cerys is so cold. She gave her a silken shawl to layer up, and Cerys is like, it's not doing anything. The cold is reaching my bones. And she's shivering, and Everlane's like, you're being dramatic. It's not that cold. There's fires in every grate, and it's the winter palace. Like, it's the winter court. They use magic to keep it warm. Cerys is like, I don't want to say I don't believe her, but I can see my breath, so I don't believe her.
Literally a girl that's never been cold. It's like you're from Arizona and they plop you in, like, Michigan.
Yeah.
When it's snowing.
Yeah.
And they're like, I'm fine. No.
No,
it's
no,
cold.
It's cold. Finally, they reach the hall to the throne room, and Cerys' tension, jumps. Everlane is announced, and Cerys is not, and she says, like a dog nipping at her heels, they walk into the throne room. Hundreds of Fae are sitting in the room, looking at them with silent judgment, and Cerys is absolutely stunned and horrified of the skeleton of a dragon. The last dragon, called Amnam Shari. Sakre. Called Amnam Sakre.
It's a weird name.
It's a weird name. I'm curious about what language she used as a inspiration for the Fae. It does sound kind of like Celtic.
Usually is.
Yeah. Which is interesting. So, we meet the king. His name is Bellicon, and he's holding the sword that Cerys had drawn in the Hall of Mirrors. Everlane curtsies, but Cerys does not. She's told that she is only allowed to not curtsy, and she's allowed to be disrespectful because currently she's a guest. However, once she leaves the room, she's going to be a subject of Bellicon's and will be expected to follow the rules or be punished. Cerys questions what task she has to do, because Bellicon's basically like, once you leave this room, you're going to be a subject and you have to do this task. And she's like, wait, what task am I supposed to be doing? She was carried here against her will, and she was no longer afraid of death. She had been so close to it. She had seen it. King Bellicon asks if she'd rather have been left to die, and tells her that he was told Queen Madra had promised to destroy her family and ward, and he knows that her threat was enough to make it so. He tells Cerys that she has nothing to go back to in Zilverin. He says a couple of racist things after that against humans, and then he tells her that he intends to have the portals restored. It is apparently a holy position to be in, to have awoken the Quicksilver, and they're all very confused as to how a human could have done it, and they don't even totally believe that she did do it. However, there's no one else there. Cerys is dismissed, and Everlane pushes her towards the exit, asking if her life is really worth so little to behave the way that she did, and Cerys replies that if Hayden is dead, then yes, her life is worth nothing. Bellicon then announces that he has other matters to attend to and orders that, quote, the dog be brought in. As the door opens, chaos erupts as 6 or 7 fully armored warriors bring in a Fae male who is kicking and raging, taking down 2 of them on their way to the front of the throne room before they are able to force him to his knees. And then I just say, he is pretty, all caps, and I have an excerpt to read.
He real pretty.
He real pretty.
He real pretty. We get a lot of detail about that later.
Oh, yeah. Dark waves tumbled into the Fae male's face. Dressed all in black, his shoulders were drawn up around his pointed ears. His chest rose and fell with the sawing of his breath. Tattoos writhed and shifted like smoke across every patch of visible skin, creeping up the back of his neck and swirling over the backs of his hands. It was death. In such a feral state, he bore little resemblance to the male that had scooped me off the floor in the Hall of Mirrors. It wasn't until he threw his head back, baring his teeth, that I allowed myself to believe that it was him. Beside me, Everlane sucked in a sharp breath, pushing forward to the edge of her seat. Shit. When the rest of the crowd got a clear view of the male's face, they began to swear too. Living curse, bane of Gilithry, Black Knight, Kingfisher, Kingfisher, Kingfisher. The crowd begins to curse the male, calling him all the things I just said. They repeat Kingfisher over and over, spoken with a mix of fear and reverence. Everlane whispers, "It's worse, so much worse," as she stares in distress at Kingfisher. Bellicon gets up, dragging, in caps, the sword, across the ground as he walks, and a horrible shriek sounds in Cerys' head. It's so loud and horrible. We're gonna say something.
No, I was just grabbing it because I was done eating.
Apparently, Kingfisher is a scary man, having burned a city to the ground, quote, on a whim, but he is in a much more pathetic state now, and Bellicon seems to be putting on a show for the court. Kingfisher was banned. Apparently, Gilithry was the city he had burned, and just over a century had passed since his exile. However, he returned prematurely. The king asks if they should forgive Kingfisher, and the crowd is divided. Everlane whispers that Bellicon will work the crowd into a frenzy until they kill him. Everlane looks to the ancient woman who is sitting on the dais beside the king in desperation and whispers her name, Malway. and Malway looks to Everlane. Everlane begs her to do something, and Malway kind of like gives her a look like, what am I supposed to do? Like, what can I do? Just then, Bellicon raises the sword over Kingfisher's head and asks the crowd if he should stab him in the back, as Kingfisher had stabbed them. The crowd is divided, and Ceres reflects that the spectacle of this and Bellicon's behavior feels off, and Everlane's reaction is affecting her as well. She seems like a good person. She seems good, rather, because she's not a person, she's fae. Everlane implores Malway that if she ever bore Everlane's mother any love, she would help Kingfisher now, and Malway reluctantly pushes to a stand, catching the corner of Bellicon's eye. Bellicon tries to dismiss Malway, however, Malway is an oracle and tells Bellicon that the sword, all caps, is practically screaming in her ears a prophecy, and she must hold the sword to fully hear it. Bellicon tries to take hold of the situation again, telling her that he will let her hold the sword in private after he's finished killing Kingfisher. However, Malway's hand shoots out and she clasps Bellicon's hand, her eyes going bright white, and she says, "The gods must be obeyed," in a voice that is loud and powerful. I have another excerpt to read. Again, this is all still chapter 7.
It is such a long chapter.
So much happens. Okay. So this is Malway. "The Kingfisher does not die by your hand. Not today," Malway droned. "The Kingfisher shall not die by your hand." "What the hell is happening?" I whispered, I being Ceres. "Wait," Everlane clutched hold of my hand. "Just wait." "What should a king who loves his people do then?" Bellicon bit out. "Allow mad criminals to walk amongst them?" The light leaking from Malway's eyes dimmed, and then flared bright anew. Return to him that which you have taken from him," she intoned. "The sword is mine. The pendant," Malway interrupted. "It must be returned. That pendant contains powerful magic. It doesn't belong around the neck of a treacherous dog. It belongs to me. I'll be cold in the ground before I give it back to this. The gods must be obeyed, lest House Debara fall," Malway cried. "The gods must be obeyed, lest the Winter Palace fall." Can't wait to get into that.
Ay.
That's gonna be fun. The king reluctantly tells the crowd that he's been reminded that issues such as these must be handled correctly, and says that the Bane will be granted his sanity for a time. As the crowd continues to argue about what to do with Kingfisher, a voice booms through the chaos, asking Bellicon to send Kingfisher back to the front to finish what he started. The king demands that the voice show themselves and defend their suggestion. It's Renfus. Apparently he's 7 feet tall.
Love him.
Covered in tattoos. Mm-hmm. He does have long, sandy blonde hair. And he's a general. One of the few blondes that you like.
It's the accent.
It is the accent.
It's only the accent.
Scottish. He's
also,
Scottish.
In my head, he is not blonde. He is a redhead.
I honestly same.
Like, in my head, he's not a blonde.
I agree with that. That's funny. Renfus was at the front, but came to the palace as soon as he'd heard Kingfisher had returned. Renfus tells Bellicon that he did not desert his men or the front. He came following Bellicon's direct orders. Their army is losing the battle, and within 6 months, Avelia will be on the losing side of the war. He came to claim the only tool that will win them back the advantage, Kingfisher. Bellicon tosses back the pendant, and Renfus puts it on Kingfisher, and Kingfisher begins to shudder. Renfus throws Kingfisher's arm over his shoulder, and they walk out of the throne room. Everlane asks to be dismissed and takes Ceres out of the throne room, where they find the two males. Everlane and Renfus are bickering about what just happened when Kingfisher speaks, and his voice sends electricity up Ceres' spine.
It should.
Everlane tells Kingfisher that he was a fool for going through the Quicksilver pool. She is in tears. Ceres is preoccupied with Kingfisher's hotness.
Valid. Valid. Same girl.
Yeah. He's got crazy green eyes, and his left eye has threads of silver in it. Everlane tells Kingfisher that he should have just let the pool close, but Kingfisher tells her to chastise him tomorrow. He needs whiskey and a bed. Kingfisher and Renfus turn to go to Everlane's room to take shelter and rest, and Ceres confronts Everlane about not telling her they were at war. Apparently, Avelia has been at war with Sanisroth for longer than Everlane has been alive, which we know is at least more than 110 years, since she hasn't seen Kingfisher in as long. We do find out how old she is.
It is not in this section.
It's in the next one, yeah.
But we do, yeah.
And then asks Ceres to return to her rooms. She promises to answer all of Ceres' questions, but not there and then. Ceres reluctantly agrees, and Everlane tells her that even at times of peace, they are always at war. They are spiteful and tricky creatures who could stab you in the back at any moment. Whew. Chapter 8.
We got 2 more chapters, y'all.
The Alchemist, or just Alchemist. Ceres wakes the next morning and realizes that there are no curtains at the windows to block the daylight for sleeping. Thalia has one sun that disappears over the horizon at nighttime. And I don't think this was confirmed before, but apparently the suns never set in Silverin.
Yeah, or like maybe they don't set at the same time. I didn't like.
It's always daylight.
It's always the sun. Yeah, I don't think I processed that.
Yeah.
Like I knew it was sunny.
Yeah.
Yeah, but not like
But
forever sun.
literally, like there's no such thing as sunset
That's
there.
awful.
Yeah. Sarah sees the Winter Court for the first time and is dumbfounded, and then I will read the description of that. What do you mean? What is it? Oh yeah, so they're walking through the halls, and Sarah is like, and now I finally see what's outside. And then it just goes, what do you mean, what is it? It's snow, Everlane says, laughing. I stood before the massive window in the hallway, my tongue stuck to the top of my mouth, roof of my mouth, struck dumb. The view beyond the pane of glass wasn't real. It couldn't be. There were mountains in the distance, huge, jagged, peaked monstrosities that made my legs wobble just to look at them. And there were trees, so many trees. I'd only seen the skinny-limbed ones with the jaundiced leaves that lined the walkways of the hub. These trees were tall and green, pressed tightly together to form a canopy that stretched for as far as the eye could see. Directly below the window, a sprawling city with buildings constructed out of dark stone swept down toward a shimmering blue-gray ribbon that I realized was a river only when I saw that its surface was rippling. Everything was capped with a thick layer of white, everything apart from the river. So much water, rushing and flowing and churning. I stared at it, unable to understand how such a large body of water could even exist. And then Everlane's like, it's the Winter Palace. It snows like at least once a day.
She truly thinks she's so dumb.
Yeah.
And she's just like, you're the dumb one.
Yeah.
Like, you don't understand
Like,
what's
do you
happening.
not understand that I've literally never seen anything like this before?
Yeah, she can't fathom it at all.
She's not dumb. She just literally has never. She could, like.
It's new.
It's new. They make their way to the library, Ceres noting that while she has Belicon's protection, the Fae are still openly disgusted with her presence. The library is amazing, and Ceres is amazed. They meet Rosarius, and Ceres realizes how superficial Everlane has been with the other Fae they'd met on their way to the library. She adores Rosarius, and he seems to adore her too. Rosarius tells Everlane that he was stabbed in the buttock after punching a guard who had awoken him the night before. And not realizing that he was being called back to the court, he had, punched him.
I forgot that happened.
It was really cute. I put it in my notes specifically because I loved it. Rosarius is the librarian. He calls himself the master of this domain, the domain being the library. And I loved it.
He is.
He is so great. And he politely inquires for an introduction. He does not seem to hate Ceres, but is rather fascinated and intrigued. Ceres warms to him and introduces herself with such grandeur. It's great. She's like, I'm Ceres Fane, and she's like, something, something, something of the third ward, blah, blah, blah. Like, it's great. I love it. Rosarius realizes that the Quicksilver was awoken by Ceres and claims that she is an alchemist. Everlane is like, shh, we don't know what she is. And then relays that Kingfisher heard Solus calling. Solus is the sword.
The sword.
The sword.
We got a name.
We got a name.
We get a lot of names this section.
We do.
Yeah.
And it was found in Ceres' hands. Rosarius is amazed by this. They discuss all of this while she's standing right there and kind of ignore her, which I think is funny. They discuss that Ceres being an alchemist and being able to hold this Solus is shocking, as all alchemists were Fae. Kingfisher, appearing somewhere from the shadows of the library, says that Ceres must have a drop of Fae blood, enough to keep Solus from burning her hands off when she touches it. We find out that apparently Everlane has seen Kingfisher naked, which I was like, what?
Yeah, not chill.
No.
Not chill. She's seen both of them naked.
Both of them naked.
She's like, I've seen you naked more times than I can count. And
I was just like, what?
I'm like, I have a lot of male friends.
So many questions.
Never seen them naked.
Yeah. As they are bantering, Ceres cannot help but stare at Kingfisher, and he finally glances at her. The library goes a shade darker, and Ceres wonders if Kingfisher is doing it. He is rude to her, but she can't help but be intrigued. Renfis enters the library and is gleeful at the back and forth between Kingfisher and Ceres. Everlane literally separates them like children. She's like, you sit there, and you sit There. Off screen.
Go away.
And they begin their research. Ceres tells him that she doesn't care about research or Avelia's etiquette and rules. She wants to get back to Zulverin to see with her own eyes that her brother is dead and bury him and her loved ones' bodies. She challenges Everlane, asking, do you have a brother? And Everlane's eyes flit to Kingfisher, OMG, and she says that she does. Ceres says, well, wouldn't you want to know if he was actually dead or alive? And Everlane says it's more complicated than that. Here's where Kingfisher cuts in and says Ceres' loyalty to her family is at least something. He then tells Ceres that no one wants to tell her because they don't want her to behave improperly. They want her to behave. That there is a chance that her family is alive. Madra knows that they have Solace and that they have an alchemist, and she would have conscripted the Third Ward rather than kill them, knowing that her army is small and no match against Bellicon. Everlane and Kingfisher talk about what they will do, and Kingfisher tells her that he did what he must, and now they have a portal to open and a queen to kill, and that was it. It's clear that Renfis and Everlane care about Kingfisher, but he does not let their emotions reach him. Kingfisher asks Ceres, he just calls her human at this point, whether she'd ever channeled a metal's energy before, which she has. And then he says, do you have any experience working in a forge? And she's like, boy, do I.
Do I?
Do I ever. Which brings us to Chapter 9, Righteous Purpose.
Ooh.
They're on their way to the forge, Kingfisher leading the way at a pace that Ceres has to jog to keep up with. She reflects that this would be the perfect time to escape, but she had to go with them to the forge, and she had to be careful and take her time with her plan to get back to Zulverin, especially since Kingfisher keeps saying that there's multiple pathways, and she's not sure if she can make it back to Zulverin without learning more. As they pass the gods, Kingfisher flips them all off to Everlane's horror, which is really funny.
I like him.
The knowledge of the alchemist has apparently been lost, and Everlane tells Kingfisher that they must start with teaching Ceres about their history. She doesn't know anything, and she's not safe. We find out that Ceres is the only living human in all of Avelia. There was a time when Fae and humans worked together, but their ancestors were cursed a millennia ago.
Casual.
And this gave Fae canines, the ones that they still all have today. He tells her that they used their new sharp teeth to drink humans dry by the millions before the blood curse was lifted. And I said, OMG vampires, in all caps.
Yeah, they're Fae vampires.
Yep. They no longer need human blood to survive, but boy, do they still have the teeth for it.
Oh. Casual.
Everlane confronts him, telling him that he's being an asshole. And he asks if she'd forgotten that he was an asshole.
That he just is one.
Because he's been away for a while.
He is one, yeah.
She reveals that Kingfisher is, indeed, her brother, though it seems to be a secret. She runs off in tears, Everlane, and Ceres and Renfis say they're going to go to find her, but not before Renfis tells Kingfisher that he is being an asshole and wonders where the old Kingfisher went. Kingfisher blames it on his exile, telling Renfis that being forgotten will do that to a person. Renfis says, you have no idea what we've been through trying to deal with this since you left. And Kingfisher's like, oh yeah, I'm sure it's so much worse than being exiled.
So casual. Yep, so awful.
I have so many thoughts. It's fine. Kingfisher brushes it off. There's clearly some drama here. Kingfisher then says that Ceres will not go with Renfis because she wants to know their secrets and he's the only one willing to give them away. He calls her Oshelith, Osha for short, and tells her that it's a type of butterfly that hatches, lives, and dies all in one day because it cannot withstand the cold.
I mean, she's not great in the cold.
Fair. Renfis tells Ceres to ignore him and to go to Everlane, but despite wanting to go to her, she knows that she must get answers and chooses to go with Kingfisher to the forge. Once they get there, they find a frozen room where plants have overtaken every surface. It's clearly not been used for a very long time. Ceres proceeds to start clearing away the disrepair, and Kingfisher seems disgusted by the notion. She tells him she's going to clean everything by hand unless he has magic spell to clean the place. To which he responds, he's not a witch, and Fey magic is a gift that must be used discerningly and only for righteous purpose. Ceres asks about the pendant, and Kingfisher begins to help clear things away after taking a lot of his armor off. This is where we find out how pretty he is, but I'm skipping over it.
If you get a chance, you should
read it. He's very pretty.
He is very pretty.
We find out that Quicksilver pools are pathways between realms, but that the substance is volatile and some claim it retains a small level of sentience. It's dangerous if it comes in contact with skin, and we find out that alchemists used to forge Quicksilver into weaponry for warriors. Heron's blade had Quicksilver in it. The Quicksilver caused Heron madness, and Ceres realizes it's at her own direction that this happened. She kind of willed it to do so. Mm-hmm. We find out that the pendant was given to Kingfisher by his mother. She knew he would need it. Kingfisher was forced to take the path of Quicksilver without the pendant once, and though he'd had most of the Quicksilver removed, he was left with some symptoms of madness if he was without his pendant and silver filaments in one of his eyes. Ceres asks why he gave her the relic in order to save her. He had a ring to protect himself as well, was his answer. Clearly it didn't work, though. Ceres asks why Kingfisher didn't just let her die, and he answers that it's because Avalia is at war, and Queen Madra had cut off their supply chain when she stole all of the portals and sealed them. So because Ceres managed to do what only alchemists had been able to do, he could not let her die. He had to bring her to Avalia, because she's his only avenue to freedom, so he took it. Ceres remains quiet, thinking things over, while she clears the room with Kingfisher until the sun begins to set, which is a bizarre sight for her. Apparently.
Very new. She's like, oh, the sun went down.
Yeah, she's like, what?
What is this?
Huh? When Renfist comes to collect her, Kingfisher causes the darkness to overtake the room until Renfist snaps at him to stop, and the shadows recede, and so does the cold that had been plaguing Ceres all day. The room is immaculate and warm. Furious, Ceres snatches a pair of shiny tongs and stabs them at Kingfisher. Apparently, Kingfisher has no problem using his magic for mundane tasks and was just messing with her. And the chapter ends with Kingfisher telling Ceres that he just wanted to see if she knew what hard work was, and then he sweeps out of the room.
Dramatic. Flouncy.
That brings us to the end of...
the end of the chapter.
Chapter recap.
Woo. Do you want to eat?
I do want to eat. So let's take a detour to Colleen's Corner.
We can do that.
And I'm going to eat some food.
Okay. Colleen's Corner. I actually don't remember what I was going to do, so let me think about it. So I have a theory. Partially because of Renfist's reaction in this section. But so this is like a recurring thing that Kingfisher calls Ceres Osha. Mm-hmm. And like he says it's this butterfly thing or whatever. When he says it, Renfist is just like, what? Mm-hmm. Renfist seems confused. Mm-hmm. And then Kingfisher very quickly gives his butterfly explanation. And Renfist is just like, I don't think that's what it means. I think it means something else. I don't know what it is, but I think it means something else. I'm judging by these types of books. I genuinely don't remember what it is. Judging by these types of books, I'm going to assume it's some like positive term of endearment or like mate or something along those lines. But I think it's something different. That's mostly what I have, but I can think of more things. I know, I thought about that. I was like, that's all I had about that. Okay, we're going to talk about the gods because we prepped for 2 sections. We're only doing 1, and I'm struggling to remember what is in what. So, okay, so there is... So, the gods were alluded to in the Silver City, but they were like old, forgotten things, which makes sense if they went away with the Fae. So... She didn't die, so the cracking split in 2. Okay. So they are the twins. Oh, are you talking about the sons? Is that what you're talking about?
No, I'm sorry.
Oh, here. Okay. So there's a few different types of gods, which one of these sound familiar names-wise. So they're like walking through the scene, all these things. She's like, what are these? She goes, it's Styx, the god of shadow. She moves along the line, inclining her head, touching her brow each time, which I think is interesting, of her gods before naming them. Curran, god of secrets. I love that they have a specific god of secrets. I find that so interesting. Nicenii, goddess of masks. Again, very specific. Malleus, god of dawn and new beginnings, which she doesn't know what that is. If the sun never goes down.
She doesn't know what dawn is.
She's like, what do you mean? She has no clue. These 2 are often counted as one god, Everlane said, gesturing to the 2 beautiful females who stood arm in arm atop the same marble plinth. Balminith, twin sisters, goddess of the sky. Balminithin, twin sisters, goddess of the sky. Legend says that they were once one god, but a mighty storm came and Balmith refused to take shelter as it raged across the land. A powerful spirit within the storm was furious that Balminith didn't cower before him. So he lashed her with forks of lightning again and again, very Zeus-esque. The lightning struck Balminith, and she didn't die. Instead, she cracked and split in 2, becoming Bal and Minith. Bal is the goddess of the sun, but goddess of the day in a looser sense. Mithrin is goddess of the moon, but again, she presides over the night. Baal, Minith, and again, she doesn't know what a moon is. They don't have moons.
She was like, I don't know what a moon is.
Yeah,
okay.
I do think, well, this is actually kind of funny. So we're talking about all these things, right? Very interesting. I am intrigued by the concept of the splitting in the two. I'm assuming part of that came from the human realm. But they don't really want to talk about that any of this has human influence because they're, fae and they don't need humans. Like, even as nice as Everlane is, she's still pretty snobby about humans. And she's just like, even the snow thing, she's like, it's snow. I'm like, it's the moon. What do you mean you don't know what the moon is? And she's like, well, I've never seen the moon. And she was like, are you stupid? You've never seen the moon? I like Everlane, but that irritates me about her. Like, she has no concept. She very much strikes me as, like, maybe you've met women like this, or people, I guess, but,
oh, yes. I already know what you're going to say. Yes.
They're, like, sheltered but think they know everything. Yeah, it's the worst.
Or the ones who, like, not necessarily sheltered, but they have had an experience that you have not. And then, like, when they talk about it and you're like, what is that? They're like, are you dumb? You don't know what this is? Like, wow.
It's that girl that went to Europe for 2 days and came back and thinks she knows what all of Europe is.
Yes. Yes.
They're like, I know everything about Paris now. I was there for, like, a whole week.
Listen.
You're like, ma'am, no.
No. I'm going to use my chopsticks to eat the cherries from my drink.
Smart. So I do like Everlane. I like her better on this reread, I will state. I did not like her as much on the first go-around. Actually, the snobbery came across a lot more.
That's fair.
For me in the first read, and I was just like, this snobby lady. Like, I guess she's the only nice one, but she strikes me as, like, someone who, like, thinks she's your friend, but in reality, she's just really pulling you down.
Yeah.
She gets better. But
I do sense the goodness in her.
Yeah.
But she's a princess, and, like, she acts like it.
She's spoiled. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I have eaten enough to join in on this podcast again.
Okay, great. So, that's good.
Shall we take it to section superlatives?
Superlatives. Dun, dun, dun.
Okay. Drama queen.
Kingfisher. He is the drama.
He is the drama.
He very much... Oh, I mean, we could also say the librarian because he stabbed somebody.
I mean, Bellicon is also a little dramatic.
Yeah, but, like, he's gross.
No, like, actually dramatic.
That's true. When I think of dramatic, because, like, to me, dramatic is fun.
Your drama queen is it's in a fun way.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, like, to me, being because, like, I've been called a drama queen a lot in my life. I think it's fun.
So was I.
Yeah, like, and I think we're fun. I think it's, like, people who are just very expressive.
Okay.
In a way that's, like, maybe a little over the top.
I mean, I do like Rosarius for drama queen. The whole I was stabbed in the buttock thing.
He's like a reserved drama queen, which that is a thing.
It is.
Like, he's not very, like, I don't know. He's very, like, expressive in a lot of ways, but...
If they were at a nightclub, Kingfisher would be stripping his shirt off and grinding on a pole.
Yeah.
And Rosarius would be, like... making up he would be like making up life stories of the people around him at the bar.
Yes, he would also probably order a really weird cocktail and force the bartender and like to make these specific measurements that he wants.
Or he would be like Winston Bishop from New Girl and order his like pretty drinks with the umbrellas on it and just get really weird about it.
I can see that. Yes. Yeah, that's a good description.
Yeah. So I think they maybe tie for drama queen.
Yes. Yeah. Later on, it's definitely Kingfisher, but in this section, I think they tie.
I can sense it. Yeah. And then craziest thing to happen.
Oh gosh. I mean, we know Kingfisher.
We know Kingfisher.
We know death.
That whole scene where like Bellicon is essentially like raising the crowd into a frenzy to be like, shall we? It's like the are you not entertained?
To kill potentially his son?
Potentially his son. We don't know.
We don't know. I mean, we're assuming.
It's Everlane's brother.
It's Everlane's brother, which doesn't always mean anything. But, I mean, clearly is related to his child.
Is at least a father-type figure.
Correct.
Yeah.
He's just like, kill that guy. Don't like you.
I have so much glitter at the bottom of my glass.
Love that.
It's great. Yeah, craziest thing to happen. I think, that whole scene where Bellicon is just like, I changed my mind. It's when, for me, it's when he drags the sword across the floor. Solace. We know the sword's name is Solace now.
Solace. Mm-hmm.
And it, like, absolutely screams in Ceres's head.
Oh.
And it's screaming in Malway's head too, the Oracle.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, their magic, it's not the same, clearly, but it's tied.
Yes.
Solace is magic, and it calls out to both of their magic.
Yes.
And that was crazy to me.
That's fair.
Yeah. Ceres is... I can't wait to, like, learn more about her history.
Malway is or Ceres's?
Ceres.
Oh, that's fair.
Yeah. I mean, in terms of, like, how fae is she? And our last episode, I hypothesized that she was half fae, although I don't know how that would be possible.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I have a theory that I would like to talk about, but we can't till next section, so I will hold that off.
All right.
But, yes.
What was the craziest thing for you?
I'm trying to remember when I read this the first time. I think Kingfisher. I was looking forward to meeting him. I always like the first, like, revealing of meeting. Like, I know we met him when he, like, picked her up, but I don't count that. Like,
No,
this
that
is the
doesn't count.
first, like, she could see him. We get to see how he is. He's completely feral.
Yes.
Which
Also crazy.
doesn't bother me. But,
No.
like, clearly it was something going on. Like, it wasn't,
Yes.
like, his intended, or, like, normal state, I guess.
No, not the normal state.
And then, yeah, I just, that whole, I like a court scene. I like a dramatic court scene.
Yes.
I like a dramatic man.
Yes.
He is a dramatic man.
He is the drama.
Yes. I think it very much fits who he is. Like, his introduction fits him as a person.
It's very him.
Yes.
It's very him.
polarizing on both sides. You either love or hate him.
Yeah.
Like, all of it. Yeah.
Yes, it's very
him.
Okay, shall we talk about... We haven't really met many new characters in this section. Bellicon, and we talked about the gods already.
The gods, Kingfisher technically is Rosarius, which we talked about. We love the librarian.
We love the librarian.
I mean, we've met Kingfisher, but officially
Yes.
in this section.
So I think we can skip we can skip that. Okay, do you want to just dive in?
Deep dive.
Deep dive.
Let's go.
Let's go. So let's deep dive, shall we?
Deep dive. Okay.
Discussion.
I want to hear your thoughts on Kingfisher. I'm leading with it.
Okay, so I got what she's trying to do.
Uh-huh.
He's just too much of an asshole. Let me explain.
Okay.
If you like me, we can banter. We can do, like, the quick-witted banter.
Mm-hmm.
We can trade flirty insults. That's fine. But if you're actually an asshole and you're mean to people who care so much about you, immediate turn off for me. Like, immediate. I don't care that he's been I know he has reasons.
Yeah.
I don't care.
That's fair.
It's an immediate turn off for me.
That's fair.
Also, this is more in, like, the next section, too.
Mm-hmm.
His particular brand of abrasiveness that is supposed to be sexy does not...
It's not for you.
No.
It's fair.
Not at all.
I kind of figured it wouldn't be.
Not at all.
It is very up my alley.
That is fair.
Like that part of it.
Yeah.
I think the element of, how do I put this? I get that the Renfist stuff. I think him and Renfist have a different relationship.
Mm-hmm.
I get that he's brusque and not as kind to Everlane. I also think that girl deserves a wake-up call and needs to realize that she is a pampered princess in a tower.
Yes.
And that he's been exiled in a place
She's also,
that's not great.
in theory, his sister, so I get it. It's fine.
She doesn't seem to defend him in the way that I think he wants.
Also, in a way that his sister should.
Yes.
I don't know. I literally don't know enough about this.
But
like,
even in the court scene.
Yeah, she's just like standing to the side.
Well, can't do that to Dad. Like, let's see if
Like,
I can
that's
try
her
to...
dad.
There's a lot of things with her that, like, frustrate me more than him, because at least he's trying to do something. She's just kind of like... He's like, we need to get her in the forge. She's like, but she needs to know court life.
Yes.
And he's like, I get that. Teach her the basics, and then we move on.
Yes. No, I don't disagree with any of that.
Yeah.
I just don't like him.
That's fine.
Like that.
Or he's similar to me, like Damon.
Okay.
I remember when I first met Damon, I was like, there is no way.
Salvatore?
Yeah.
Immediately.
From Vampire Diaries. See, I hated him immediately. I was like, there's no way you can make me like him. Similar to Klaus. Didn't really like Klaus in the beginning. Eventually, I really liked him. He wasn't my favorite, but I liked him. Similar with Damon. Didn't like Damon up front. Liked Stefan up front, actually.
See, I loved Damon immediately. Even he did some horrible things and I was like, oh no, what's wrong with me?
So how you feel about Kingfisher with them is how I felt about Damon with Caroline.
That is fair.
So, and I eventually learned to love him.
The stuff with Caroline is horrible.
No, it's the worst.
That is actually awful.
Yeah, no, he's the worst when it comes to all of that.
It's horrible.
And so I remember, because I knew Damon was like, you know, the hot guy of the show, and I was like, how do they make him better? And he does.
They make him so much better.
So I do think Kingfisher has similar vibes.
I look forward to being proven wrong.
I mean, you might not still like him later. He doesn't change, like, an extreme amount. You just have a better understanding as to why he is the way he is.
So, like, you know, what's his name? Tom Hill's whole thing of, like, it doesn't matter the intentions, it matters, like, what you do.
Yeah.
I'm realizing that when it comes to romantic interest, that is me.
Fair.
I don't care what your intentions are, and I don't really, I empathize and I appreciate that you might have work to do. Then freaking do it. Like, if you are gonna behave that way towards me, then I don't want to deal with it.
I will also state that I probably live, so when I'm reading these books, I'm not assuming I'm me. Ever.
I am. I cannot separate. Like, I'm not assuming I'm me and that he's trying to fall in love with me.
Yeah.
I'm just like, my feelings are imprinted on the character.
Yeah,
Does that make sense?
Yes, and
yeah.
I don't think, so in my mind, and it's probably a lot because, and particularly in this book, so I have some other books that I relate a little bit more to how the character functions and navigates. Mm-hmm. I don't relate to Sarah's at all.
That's fair.
Even a little bit. Like, I am just not her.
Yeah.
And I don't have her reactions, and I just don't think I would be as, like, she's so antagonistic. She's so incredibly antagonistic to everybody. Mm-hmm. And I get that she's trying to fight for her life and she's confused and doing all of these things. I don't blame her for being the way that she is.
She annoys me so much.
No, yes. Like, I'm trying really hard to, like, read and understand and empathize. Because I get, again, if I am here, I am nearly dead, ripped from my home, assuming my sibling is dead, trying to get back to him.
Mm-hmm. Really, like, not knowing what's going on.
Not knowing what's going on. Basically enslaved here, having all these tasks that you're given. Mm-hmm. You're not giving a choice of, like, what's going on. I get it. I just don't think that's the way. I am more probably on the Everlane side of, like, politically navigating more than I am, like, I just don't know how to fight. I'm not going to fisticuff you. Okay, like, that's just not where I'm at as a person. And so, like, when that's, like, the way that a character... So, like, I think part of the reason that I don't mind Kingfisher is Sarah annoys the crap out of me. That's and fair. He kind of is like, no.
That's fair. I don't like him.
You don't have to.
Do not like him.
It's okay. I don't think I liked him the first read either.
Yeah. I don't like him. I'm ready to be proven wrong.
I
don't see it happening.
I don't know if you will. He's not, like, a likable main character.
Yeah.
He's in the Rowan camp in a way where, like, Rowan's not necessarily likable.
Yeah,
but you like him?
I like Rowan, though, but, like, I really, really didn't like him in the beginning.
Yeah, I didn't either.
Yeah, he was the worst.
I'm also, again, rereading this from a perspective of I've read this once.
Yeah,
and I faintly know the rest of it. So my second reread is, I remember not liking him a lot in the beginning.
I honestly think if I reread Throne of Glass, which if I did, that's going to have to be in, like, 5 years.
I reread it. I have reread it.
It's, oh, God, yeah. It's just so much. But I think I would be equally furious at Rowan. I think I would go through the same emotions of, like, absolutely hating him until he gets better. The Forge, in complete and total disrepair. Mm-hmm. There's apparently someone who has been being paid a ginormous grant to research.
Yeah, he's not doing anything.
Just getting paid. So they get to this forge. It's, like, iced and frosted over. There's, like, vines and flowers and all of this stuff growing everywhere. Everything is rusted.
There's, like, like, something's living in the forge.
Yeah.
Just chilling in there.
And so when she, like, begins to, like, start clearing it up, this look of utter disgust overcomes his face. And he's like, you're going to do it by hand.
She's like, what other options do you have?
Yeah. And the fact that, like, to your point of it being funny, take all the emotions out of it.
It's such a funny scene.
He's so disgusted by it. And she's like, unless you have a magic spell. And he's like, no, only by our magic is blessed and a gift, and we only use it for righteous purposes. Of course he's messing with you. He was just so disgusted by the idea of doing it by hand. What else was he going to do?
He's just so prissy about it. And it's so funny to me.
It's that image of him taking his shirt off and grinding against a pole really seductively at the nightclub. Like, that's the energy that he
is a pretty princess in his own right.
Yeah. And his hair is always wet.
Always wet.
If you've noticed
no,
that.
It's perpetually wet. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's like, hit us over the head with the symbolism, why don't you?
I'm trying to decide if it's perpetually wet or if Sarah just doesn't know what hair gel is. And he just has hair gel in.
Back to the hair dye. So, do they have hair dye in this realm, do you think?
They should.
If they have hair gel, they must have hair dye.
That's my thought.
The two.
I just feel like in a world where hair color clearly dictates status, they would find some way
they have to have
to change their hair that isn't magical, because then you could clock that it's magical.
Yeah.
So you want it to be undetectable.
Yeah.
They just got to be really aggressive with them roots.
Yep.
Yeah.
So he just is perpetually sporting the wet look.
I mean, in a forge makes sense, right? Like, in a forge, you're going to be sweaty, you're going to be hot. But, like, it's too cold for you to be wet.
It's always wet. Like, it's literally, like, in the library, and he's, like, talking about how they just got out of the shower, and his hair is, like, completely soaked.
Yeah. I mean, some people like some wet curly hair.
I don't mind it. I don't think...
It is perpetually
I don't
wet.
think we've seen it not wet.
You're right. I don't think...
Have we?
I don't think so. Maybe when she was dying?
Maybe when she was dying, but she was too almost dead to notice his hair.
Yeah. She was just like, ooh, pretty.
I'm just picturing, like, in K-pop Demon Hunters.
Yes.
When the Jinu's boy band, like, first comes on screen, and they have, like, all of, like, the throwing with the hair and stuff.
Which I love.
I'm just picturing Kingfisher, like, boy band.
Perpetually wet
boy band flipping his hair. He would be a great addition
to
a K-pop boy band.
He would. He'd be the broody one.
He would be the pretty one.
The dark, pretty, broody one.
Do you think he would be the pretty broody one who raps sometimes?
No. He doesn't have enough coolness to rap.
He can't rap.
No.
Okay.
He sings like a high note. He's like a high note guy.
Yes.
He's good at falsetto.
He's good at falsetto.
Yeah.
Renfis is the rapper.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely. He's got enough grit.
Yeah.
He's more of a manly guy. And not that, like, Kingfisher isn't rugged, but in a different sense.
He's very svelte in my mind.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like a panther.
Yeah. That's actually, he is cat. He is honestly the human embodiment of a cat.
He is very cat-like.
Yeah, which is probably why I like him. I love cats. But
I like cats too. Just not this one.
I'm not saying you have to like him. I just do like him.
Are you saying he's a cool cat?
He's a cool cat. I mean, he is literally always grooming himself, I feel like. He's just perpetually... My thought is, because he thinks she's pretty, right? And he realizes that, like, he knows that she's...
Sorry, that's why his hair's always wet, because he's perpetually, like... He's like, you know, the cat thing where they're, like, grooming themselves.
Well, what I'm picturing, you know how, like, the whole, like, Superman curl thing that happens is, like, in this world, that's a thing. And he's just always, like... fixing it.
I like it.
Yeah, he's always like, oh, I'm gonna see her.
Yeah,
gotta fix my hair.
It's like, I'm gonna see her. Let me just pour some water on my head.
Yeah,
there's an endless amount of water here.
There is, and maybe that's something that because like in my mind, it's not like people being wet's new.
That makes so much sense. It's because it's so dry in Zilveren, so she's just hyper aware of wetness.
That's true.
Moisture.
Same thing.
Yeah.
That is true.
Wetness sounded weird.
But I guess, but if you don't have enough water, you wouldn't sweat. So maybe that is a new concept.
Yeah.
Because, like, you just pass out.
Although she is pretty casual about saying that she's sweating.
That's true.
I think she does still sweat in the desert. It's just, like, it dries off really quickly.
That's fair. And she's like, you stayed wet?
Yeah.
Perpetually?
Like, how?
That's fair. Yeah, the forge is interesting. Renfis is interesting. The whole court scene, I know we touched on it.
Yeah.
Was just so... Also, I guess in my mind... So, like, when the Oracle lady... I just assumed she made up that prophecy. Do you think she didn't?
Her eyes did flash white.
Yeah, I didn't know if she could just do that.
I don't know.
Like, magically. I honestly assumed, until you said it in the recap, both times I've read this, that it was her just making up something to save him, to manipulate the king, and she just made her eyes white.
I was unsure.
They don't really clarify. I assumed it was, like, I do think she is an oracle and has prophecies and things, but I think she was just doing it to save him.
I think the first time she did it was just to save him, but then her eyes go bright again. I think the second time might have been like a true prophecy.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah.
That's fair. I don't know. I assume everyone is just elaborately lying.
Everyone's lying all the time.
Yeah, elaborately. Dramatically.
Dramatically.
The Fae are very dramatic.
They are very dramatic.
Yeah.
Yeah, the court scene, it felt very Gladiator to me.
It did. Yeah, very much like trial, but not.
Yeah.
Like, you're going to be sentenced regardless of what's
Right.
happening. Yeah.
And they're putting on a show. They're making it fun.
I mean, I guess in theory he was exiled and came back.
He was.
It's somewhat valid.
It is like the Gladiator.
Yeah.
I need him to scream to a room of 500
Are
Fae.
you not entertained?
Are you not entertained?
He is very Gladiator coded. I feel like he's very similar to that character.
He is.
That might have been an inspiration. Callie Hart, if you see
Callie
this.
Hart, was it?
Was that an inspiration? Because I love that movie.
I
like
have
that
seen
character.
it once in my life, but I enjoyed it a lot.
It's been a while. It's my dad's favorite movie. Or it was. I don't know if it
Yeah.
still is. But
Actually, if he is Gladiator inspired, it would make me like him more. Because I love that movie.
it's definitely...
I really like Russell Crowe's character.
Well, I just like Russell Crowe.
Yeah.
I do think he's supposed to be like a little bit bully love coded, which I know you don't like. We've done bully love stories.
Hate it.
I don't like a lot of them. Like, it's not my favorite to read. Like, if I was going to like, I did choose to read this book, but I didn't choose to read this book because of the romance. I chose to read it because the world is interesting, and the world does get really fascinating. But like, if it's like a romance book, I don't actively choose bully romances.
I'm just not into it. Like, if you like me, then be nice to me. I'm
It's
a
fair.
pretty princess, and I deserve glitter and sparkles.
I'm not. See, that makes me feel gross. Too much sentimentality is hard for me.
I think we've talked about this. Joel gets really, really, like, genuine and sincere sometimes.
Yeah.
And I don't know what to do with myself.
Yeah, no, I can't handle it.
No.
I was literally talking about this today with people. I was like, I can't handle.
And I've been with this man for over 8 years, and I still can't handle it.
You know, it's not like because I don't like that person. Like, there's been plenty of people that I like. I'm not a words of affirmation person, and I think that's a lot of it.
Me neither.
So I definitely don't, because I've tried reading romances that are like on the fluffier end of things, and I'm just like,
No, I don't like words. I'm a pretty princess, and you have to be nice to me, like, do stuff for me.
it's fair.
Like, anticipate that I'm gonna need
So acts of service.
stuff. Yeah, I'm an active service girl.
That's fair.
So if you're mean to me, that's not an active service.
What if he's verbally mean to you but doing nice things?
No.
Okay. Because I do think that's a little bit what he's doing. But he's in that camp.
I can see it.
I would say. And I'm more of an actions person.
Yeah.
Like, if you're saying weird things to me and I'm just like, what are you doing? But you're like, I hate you, but you're like cleaning up my mess. I'm like, what are you doing?
No, I just like the verbal stuff, like, really turns me off.
That's fair. I don't like it. Like, how do I put this? Book reading me doesn't care. If
That's
a
fair.
man in real life talked to me the way that this man talked to me, I would have, very different things.
So that's interesting because I think, like, especially in the book talk community, we have a lot of that where it's like,
Yeah.
if a real man talked to me the way that
Absolutely not.
these people, whatever, but like I don't think I actually separate it.
I do.
The things that I'm okay with, or like the book main, like, male romantic interests that I really like are really similar to, like, my actual husband,
Which is fair.
you know?
Yeah.
And like the ones that I can't separate. I don't look past people acting a certain way in books because they're not real. I am, like, very much like, oh, I don't like this.
That's fair.
If in real life I don't like it, I don't like it in books either.
That's fair. It's fantasy to me.
Yeah.
Like truly. Like, this is not even close to my real life. It is not real life. So
Yeah.
it's so far, like, personality wise, I also think at this point I'm just so used to grumpy Faye.
Yeah.
Like, he's very clearly in that grumpy Faye thing where I'm just like, oh, I know what this is. Like, if my brain can understand what it is and recognize it, it's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Like, when I first started reading it, like, stuff like this, I was like, oh.
See, I wouldn't say I'm like, oh, like, anymore. I'm just like, ugh.
No, that's fair.
I'm just like over it.
That's fair. I get it.
Yeah.
I like a little bit of grump. He's too grumpy. But, like, my preference...
Far too grumpy.
My preference is a little grumpy.
I don't know if I don't like grumpy, but I do like brooding.
See, I don't.
Those are very different things.
So I'm the opposite.
Yeah.
Brooding, absolutely not. I
Love
can't
a broody
handle
man.
it. Like, if you're just, like, moping in the corner, don't know what to do with you. If you're,
Love
like,
it.
actively doing something but, like, a little grumpy about it, I can handle that. That's perfectly fine.
I mean, I think, and then we can agree on that because if you
Yeah.
look at Rhysand, he is very broody.
But actively doing
He's
something.
not grumpy.
Oh, I view him more as grumpy. So maybe
Do
we have a
you?
different definition of it.
Maybe. Yeah.
Like, I think Lucian falls more in the grumpy camp than the broody camp, in my mind. Because he gets kind of grumpy and snippy.
I guess he does get kind of grumpy. I was like, Lucian is so, like, bright and, like...
In the, like, third book, he's very... Some people probably consider him more broody, but I think he's more just trying to give
so
space.
funny. Yes, I
Yeah.
think so, too. I don't consider him a broody person.
No.
I think he's very much, like, Tamlin's not even that broody. I would say he's a little more, like, apathetic.
Yes, which I don't like either.
Yeah.
Out of all of it, my least favorite thing that any person or character can be is apathetic. You
Yeah.
can be really fluffy or, like, the worst person ever. You're at least somewhere on that spectrum.
I agree.
You're not in that middle. I can't handle, like, mid... I'm not saying that being midpoint is bad, but, like, if you're, like,
No,
a mid
like,
person...
apathy.
Yes, where you're just,
He's
like...
not.
Like, yeah. It's, like, a weird type of villain that I just can't stomach.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Speaking of villains.
Yeah.
So we got Queen Madra. We got her
Yeah.
for about 6 seconds.
Yes, in the last section.
And her presence is so, like, it's still there.
It's pervasive.
We get Belicon for so long.
We do.
He's just such a dum-dum.
I'm not as afraid of him as I am of the queen.
Not in the slightest.
But again, female villains terrify me more
Yeah.
than male villains in this way.
I also do think we're supposed to be scared of him because he's like a very powerful Fae King, but he's not scary.
Well, we haven't seen that power. So his power is political. And this is my hubris. I can navigate any political situation I need to. I can absolutely navigate my way out of that. I'm not worried about that. Like, physically fighting off somebody,
Yes.
I can't handle that.
I am worried about that.
But, like, if I have to handle core politics, I am so okay.
I agree with you.
That's
I think
not
so,
that
too.
hard to do.
It's not.
It is if it's not a skill you developed. I have dealt a lot with navigating through.
We've talked about this. We both have had very different, but also similar experiences in navigating weird politics, social politics.
We also work in HR. That's our whole job. Yeah.
But yeah, his whole like the gladiator scene. He's very Joaquin Phoenix in The Gladiator.
I love Joaquin Phoenix.
I do too. He plays a good villain.
He does.
But his villain in The Gladiator is just like very meh.
Yeah. Rome is another one of those things, like, I know they were powerful. Not that afraid of them.
Meh.
Men in togas, not afraid.
No. Absolutely not.
Like, I could just tug and you're naked.
Yeah.
Like, what do you mean? I know they were better constructed than that, but in my mind.
And also, I do think that I think if you did that to someone today, it would be much more socially devastating than it would have been back then.
Yeah, nakedness was not as weird.
No.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the king is like he is pervasive in terms of, like, clearly in the Fae life.
Yeah.
I think from her standpoint, she's like, they need me, so they're not going to hurt me.
And I like that gumption.
Yeah, I do too. She's not dumb. She's
annoying.
Annoying.
She makes a lot of poor choices.
She does. She gets a little bit better in the next section, I think. Like, some of her choices, like, she punches somebody, I would have too.
Yes.
Like, I 100% would have too.
Yes.
So, like, it's just so opposite, which I think is why I can't put myself in the shoes of the characters, because I would hate it. Like, I have to, and I love insert books. And, like, there's certain books, like, romance books, 100% insert myself into every time. Fantasy books, they are so far outside of my realm. I can't do it. I'm just like, oh, that's not how I would handle that.
It's so funny because, like, I'm, like, actually literally the opposite. When
Yeah.
I just read, like, a fluffy romance book, like when we read Love Theoretically.
Yeah.
I was not in her shoes.
Oh, I was.
Although I saw a lot of myself in her. We had the
Yes.
whole manic pixie dream girl
We
thing.
did.
But, like, when I was reading it, I wasn't like, stupid, I would never do this. Or, like, this is exactly what I didn't have any of that, but I have that constantly when I'm reading fantasy books.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That's fair. I'm very much the opposite. But see, romance books, possible. Fantasy books, I also I don't have a partner, which I think is part of it.
Yes.
So the only romance in my life is vicariously through books.
That's very fair. I don't think it's ever been any different for me.
That's fair.
But I also have always, here's what it is. I'm going to sound absolutely insane. There is more than 5% of my brain is like, this is probably real in some sort of way.
Oh, okay.
My brain is like that Delulu, that escapist. I've always escaped to books my entire life. Mm-hmm. So there's like a not that small part of my brain that's like, this could happen.
That's fair.
It could happen. I still feel that way.
That's fair. I do daydream that way, but not when I'm reading books.
Yeah.
But.
Yep.
Yeah.
Lots when I'm reading books.
That's fair. See, I'm more of a maladaptive daydreamer, where I write the own story in my head.
I like that. I used to do more of that. But
yes. Again, because the characters in the book don't do what I want them to do, and I can just do that in my head.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
So that's why I do it that way.
That makes sense.
So, yes.
Yeah. No, I'm also a very daydreamy person.
Yeah.
I daydream. If I'm not reading, I'm daydreaming. So,
Yeah.
Honestly, it's a wonder that I get around.
Yeah, I mean.
I'm never here. I'm always somewhere up there.
Somewhere up in the clouds.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah. Sparkles help.
They do help.
Because, I'm like, it's magic on the inside. It's magic on the inside.
We love it.
Let's see. Is there anything else? Reading 6 chapters this morning
and
only talking about 3 is messing with me.
I know.
We get the forge.
I have a lot more, and I think that's the thing is this part was interesting. We kind of get introduced in this section to things that somewhat get resolved in the next section, and so we can't really talk about the resolution of anything.
Yeah.
Outside of really, which is what we talked about mostly, is characters.
Yeah.
It's a lot of character introductions in this section.
I guess we get more about Quicksilver.
Oh yeah, that it talks and folds and does all the things.
It does things. So Quicksilver is when it's in a liquid state, it's volatile. Yeah. And only alchemists could get it into a liquid state.
Kind of rassled it in there.
Yeah. So, and it causes madness, which if it comes in contact with you, which we've seen. Yeah. I am excited to get more on that. I know we get a lot in the next 3 chapters that we'll be talking about next week. Mm-hmm. But I'm excited to see more of it. We do get a lot more. Yeah.
I kind of forgot that this book is similar to, kind of from what I remember, to the first ACOTAR book, where the first half of this book is one thing and the second half of this book is a very different thing.
Okay.
It's kind of like a 2-sandwich thing.
I love it.
Kind of similar to the beginning half of ACOTAR. Don't like the beginning half of ACOTAR that much. The last half is where I like it.
Yes.
That's kind of what I remember from this book. I remember in the beginning being everyone said they like it. Mm-hmm. I don't really know, but I'm intrigued. I want to see what happened. And then I got to the end and I was like, there's no second book.
Yeah. Well,
what do you mean?
To the end and I was like, how is there a second book?
Yeah.
Is what from
ACOTAR? Yeah.
I was like, what do you mean? It could have been wrapped up. There's more.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah.
But, and then I guess just the idea that there's multiple portals.
Yeah, they seem really chill about that part.
They do seem super chill about it.
And the thing that I'm thinking of, and I think it's a very Fae mindset, of they're just assuming it's the same. Mm-hmm. That life really hasn't evolved. And I'm like, were all of the other kingdoms that you portaled with Fae?
Right.
Because if they weren't, they've changed.
Right.
You could be opening up a can of worms that you don't want to open.
It's the Fae hubris.
They are very Fae in this book. Yeah. And I know we've talked about that in other ones, but ACOTAR Fae is a little less Fae.
They're less Fae. It's complicated, but yeah, they're less Fae, more
there's times that they're very Fae. They're very human.
Yeah.
They're grumpy humans, which is kind of what Fae is. But the tricksy side of Fae is not as much in this book either. They do have more of that vampire broodiness coming in.
The vampire Fae, I love the idea of a vampire Fae.
That was the one thing that I got excited about, because I think the first time I was reading this, I was finishing up the originals, and I was like, oh,
Yeah.
This is exciting because I do like a vampire.
So if I had to pick a Vampire Diaries character for Quicksilver,
Yeah.
not based upon looks, but based upon personality, I would say he's a Klaus.
He's very much Klaus.
And I don't love Klaus.
Klaus is not my favorite, but I ended up liking him more by the end.
I haven't gotten to the end of the originals.
He's a lot better in the originals.
Yeah.
They don't really redeem him much in...
Not at all in the Vampire Diaries.
In the Vampire Diaries.
Yeah.
He's a lot more... Once his daughter is born, he
would have to be.
He shifts a lot. Yes.
Yeah.
He becomes closer to an Elijah character.
See, and I love Elijah.
Elijah is my favorite.
He's the best.
Yes. Yeah. Klaus is still very recklessly Klaus, but he does it for Elijah motivations.
Yeah. No. That makes sense to me. But yeah, I would say that Kingfisher is like Klaus, and I hated Klaus.
I did too.
I don't hate him anymore, but I did.
Yes. I would say he's a similar character.
Yeah. I would say that Saris is probably the Elena Gilbert of... As much as she's, like, kind of more capable than Elena Gilbert, she's very Elena Gilbert to me.
I know you haven't finished the originals, but she is it Phoebe? Who was the wolf girl?
Oh, Haley.
Haley.
Oh.
She's such a Haley.
She's such a Haley.
Because, like, Haley was a great character. Yeah. I disliked her.
I cannot stand her.
I know.
She makes such poor choices.
Saris is... I do think Sarah makes... I think what makes her... Like, so Elena made very emotional choices because she was young.
Yeah.
Haley made emotional choices because she thought she was doing the right thing.
Yep.
Even if that frustrated me, I at least understood...
No, I get it.
Her motivation. I think that's the same way I feel with Saris.
Saris has, like, the motivation I get.
Totally understand.
But every single decision, I'm just like, but you could have made a better one.
Yes. Yes. Which I think is the point.
Yeah.
But I don't like it.
Oh, Haley.
No, she, like, I would take Elena 10 times over.
I would too.
Over her.
Oh, yes. Any day.
I
love Elena so much more.
Yeah. Well, Elena gets more interesting.
She does.
Haley does too, but, like...
Hope hasn't been born yet where I left off, but she's about to be. I think Haley just married her werewolf man is where I left off.
I do like Jackson.
So he's so cute.
You are really early on. Yeah, you do not know Klaus in the same way. Yeah.
I don't.
He develops a lot.
I still don't hate him as much as I used to because I can, like...
He's softer in this.
He
goes to therapy.
Softer in it. He goes to therapy.
He does.
Kingfisher needs to go to therapy so bad.
If they don't do that.
No, I know. They all need to go to therapy.
They all do.
They all do.
Yeah.
And then I guess, like, yeah, Carrion Swift is like, I just miss him.
He is both really funny and awful in a lot of ways.
Does he come back? Please spoil this for me.
It's a really...
I don't want to know how much or when, but we see him again? I'm guessing yes.
You do, but, like, the way that it happens is not the way that you're going to expect it to be.
Okay.
And it's that... So that plot point is actually my favorite thing in the whole book.
Oh, I can't wait.
It's really funny.
I can't wait.
It's one of the few, like, funny parts of the book, actually.
I mean, Rosaria's talking about getting his buttock stabbed is pretty funny.
I don't think I picked up on the, like, little glimpses of humor as much the first time I read this, and there definitely is some.
There is a lot, and there's a lot in the next section, too.
Yeah, I forgot how sexual these books were. It's very upfront about it, and I was like, I don't remember this.
Out of nowhere.
I do remember that just being like, what?
I was listening to it in the car on our way to Genie class, and, like, Joel was like...
What is this?
Well, because, like, it's out of nowhere. So I was finishing up our section.
Oh, yeah.
And then I got into the one that's next week's section. And, like, I was, like, paying attention to the road to make a turn. And all of a sudden, it got really sexual. And I just look at Joel and I was like, I don't know where that came from.
You didn't miss anything. No, it just happens.
It just happened.
Yeah. Yeah.
But, yeah, Joel was just like, mm-hmm.
They resolved that tension real early. Real early. That's not really even a spoiler. It
can't be. We know what kind of book we're reading.
Yeah.
I was expecting it to happen. It was so out of the blue.
I think the thing is I just don't remember this book as a whole being that way.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking it, like, probably is, but it's, like, not the main thing.
Yes. It's definitely not what I read a book for.
No, not necessarily me either. I like having it in there sometimes.
It's fun.
Because there's an element of, like, oh, this is kind of fun. And I do like their... not there yet, but I like their banter back and forth with that. But
I don't know enough yet, but I do. When they're actually bantering with each other, it's
Love it.
really funny.
No, it's really good.
It's so good.
Yeah, I like that. It's just they're both really dumb.
They are grumpy dumb.
Yes, thank you. They're grumpy dumb people.
Grumpy dumb.
That are like very clearly going through a lot.
Yes.
In the same space.
They are both going through so much individually.
Yes. Yes. Yes, they are.
I've never seen a sunset before.
Yeah, yeah. Gosh bless her.
I mean, her entire world is literally, like, gone.
I also can't imagine being the only thing of that in a world.
Yeah.
Like, the only one.
The only one.
Yeah.
Especially because, like, it's easy to forget because they look very humanoid, but they're, like, ginormous.
Yeah, I don't think
they have pointed ears and canines.
They're, like, even, like, Elaine is large.
Yes.
Like, she sticks out so much, not because she doesn't have... I think that's the thing that cracks me up about this a lot is she keeps focusing on the pointed ears.
Yeah.
Not that they're huge.
Not that they're huge.
Yeah.
Frontis is 7 feet tall.
And I don't...
What is that even?
Well, yeah, that's...
Like what?
Shaq? Shaq's like 7 feet.
Yes.
I think. They're all
so.
Shaq size. I mean, probably not, but
it's wild.
I do think Rinfist might be a little bit on the big side.
Okay.
For a fae.
Well, because, like, so in theory, Everlane's probably, like, 6 feet tall.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
And she's probably average.
I have a friend, Liz. Liz, love you.
Liz.
She's 6 feet tall.
Yeah.
When I stand next to her, I look like her child that she
is
adopted
very tall.
from India. Like, when we walk, whenever we're, like, walking around, we look at our step counts at the end of the day. And
Yeah.
I have taken twice as many steps as her.
Yeah.
Like, it is... I would be more focused on that, I think, honestly.
Yeah, same. Like, I'm not a big height person necessarily. Like, it doesn't bother me if you're tall or not or whatever.
No, it's fine.
But I do notice if there's, like, a big, tall boy in the room.
Yeah.
I clock
how
it.
could you not?
They're there.
I do like a big, tall guy.
I like big guys. They don't have to be tall.
I like a tall guy.
That's fair.
Yeah.
It's just, I have a height cap. Actually, I don't want you to be over a certain height.
What's your height cap?
Over 6'2".
That's fair. That's too tall.
Like, honestly, personally, not that much over 6 foot.
Yeah.
Like, between 5'8" and 6 foot's ideal for me.
So I think you might be like half an inch taller than me.
Yeah, I'm like 5'4". Yeah. I'm small.
I'm about
like,
5'4".
I'm not very.
I'm a little shorter than 5'4".
Yeah.
And again, with Liz, it's like a child. If someone is taller than 6 feet, I don't know how the mechanics would work.
Well, so my parents are that mechanic. My dad is 6'2". My mom is 5 foot.
Crazy.
It's funny. It is very funny seeing them together. Photos, nightmare.
Yes.
Nightmare fuel.
Yeah.
We cannot all take a photo together.
I would demand a step stool at all times. Like, if you want me to kiss you, you will carry a step stool around with you so that I can get on it and make it easier.
Yeah, my dad just accommodates. It's fine.
Yeah, no, that's great.
He's just like, no, I'm good. But yeah, no, I have a height cap.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
Yeah.
Do you have a height cap in the other way?
I mean, taller than me, usually. But, like, again, you don't meet many men that are our size.
It's true.
Like, I am just so small that, like, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah, there's this bar in doggy class that you have to, like, kind of walk under, and it says, watch your head. And every single time, there's 6 humans, 3 dogs. Every single time the trainer is like, watch your head. And every single time I look at her and I go, I don't have to.
Like, I don't have to.
I'm too short for that.
I'm so good. Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Well, I think, God, there's just so much in this section. I think that's all.
I think that's the main stuff.
I think that's all. Yeah, there was some stuff that, like, I wanted to underline, but I forgot to. There's stuff like Everlane keeps on, like, dragging Ceres everywhere, and Ceres is like, hey, if you ask me to come with you, I'll go.
Yeah, very manhandling.
Like, stop dragging me places.
Yeah, the more we talk about Everlane, the more I don't like her.
I think Everlane's not the greatest.
Because like in my mind, I'm reading it, I'm like, oh, she's totally fine.
Yeah.
But, like, the more we talk about her, I'm like, maybe
she's actually not great.
Maybe she sucks.
Maybe she does suck.
Which, yeah.
She's Catherine.
Yeah. Yeah, she is. She really is.
Is she really?
Kind of. No,
That's
I mean,
funny.
not in, like, a twisted way by any means.
Yeah.
But in terms of, like, you kind of love to hate her.
Yeah. And,
Yeah.
like, it is kind of all about her a little
I
bit.
think she's probably more, I think she's less Catherine and more, why am I blanking? I just talked about her. Blonde. She was with Damon, but not. Caroline.
Okay.
I think she's more Caroline.
Well, early seasons Caroline.
Yes.
Yeah. No, that makes sense.
I think it's more like that.
Caroline before she turns into a vampire.
Or like early vampire.
Yeah, early vampire. Yeah.
Yes.
Early vampire Caroline. I can see that.
Yeah,
I can see that.
I think it's more in that vibe. Like,
Yeah.
she's not a bad person.
Right.
She's just, like, not aware.
Yeah. Not aware and, like, kind of wants to be the drama, but isn't.
And, like, yeah, a little selfish.
Yeah.
But, like, is aware that she is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Everlane, here's hoping you grow like Caroline does.
I don't fully remember.
Oh, Caroline becomes, like, actually the best character.
Oh, I
on
love
the show.
Caroline. Yes, I remember her.
Oh, you don't remember about Everlane?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, no, I love Caroline.
Okay,
Yeah.
we'll see. Oh, also, really, really, like, throwaway line. They've been at war with this other place for
Her whole life.
a millennia, which I got wrong before, but yep, a millennia.
Casual.
Sanisroth is the
Yeah, we don't know really anything about it.
yeah, we don't know that much about it except that Avelia's losing bad.
Yeah, it ain't doing great.
Yeah, and Ceres is like, excuse me, I'm in the middle of a war.
You drugged me into a war. Like, as crappy as Madra was, no war.
No war.
I mean, mostly because they were in the desert and no one got there.
And they were all dying. But
It's very Russian of them. But,
yeah,
yeah.
it is. All right, I think that's it. We will see y'all next week.
All right, see you next week.
Bye. Oh my god, that turned into an hour.
Love that for us.